Deep in a Spanish forest, near the Portuguese border, stands a forsaken house, a fading relic, slowly succumbing to nature's relentless claim. Its fate is sealed. Within a couple of years, the wild will reclaim this desolate house entirely. Once the home of Mr. Enrique, Mrs. Angela, and their children Alejandro and Marina, the house now battles time and the encroaching wilderness. Vines snake through shattered windows and blinds, and spaces are starting to crumble. Enrique, a student of theology, and Angela, versed in philosophy, held steadfast religious beliefs, and amidst the ruins, a weathered piano in the living room whispers of bygone melodies. Today, we venture into this forgotten dwelling, witnessing a poignant battle between encroaching vines and fading memories as nature lays claim to its dominion. Are you a fan of unraveling mysteries and exploring secrets of the past, just like we do here on Explomo? Imagine diving into a world where each discovery leads you deeper into a captivating story.
That's where we would like to introduce you to June's Journey, a free-to-download mobile game that immerses you into hidden secrets and intriguing enigmas. June's Journey is not just a game, it's a time travel back into the glamorous 1920s where every hidden object tells a story.
But there is more. In June's Journey, you can express your inner decorator, revive and redesign your own mansion and garden islands, giving a unique touch to this ominous world.
When we are driving towards these abandoned homes, we find ourselves lost in the intricate scenes of June's Journey. It's a perfect game. It offers relaxation and a satisfying sense of discovery, much like the stories hidden in the forgotten corners of this world. Mo, are you playing June's Journey again?
Bro, leave me alone!
Join us in this adventure of mystery, beauty, and restoration, and let's uncover the hidden secrets in this game together.
Ready to embark on this journey? Download June's Journey now for free. Click the link in the description down below or scan the QR code on your screen. The game is available for Android, iOS, and even on your PC via Facebook Games. Thank you June's Journey for sponsoring our video today. Now let's jump right into our exploration. Welcome back everybody on a new episode of Portugal, Season 3, Abandoned Portugal. But I believe I'm still in Spain. It's a little bit confusing since this place is right at the border and it's very secluded and very remotely located in the middle of this little forest. And this is just one of those places that is truly left to the fate of nature. It's incredible to see how this property has just been conquered and nature is slowly reclaiming what once belonged to her. And it actually used to be owned by a man named Mr. Enrique, who I think was the last inhabitant of this place. Let's just make our way through here. You can clearly tell our surroundings is nothing but serene nature, birds, and a lot of vines and trees that are starting to take shape over here. It's an incredible sight, and also the inside rooms are truly decayed, but at the same time completely untouched by any human vandalism. We actually have a little road over here going down. You can still see some own steps over here of the stairs. Probably this all used to be part of their garden, so I think they definitely loved being in nature, but maybe they also used some of the grounds for some agriculture, since we're in a very little town. And definitely back in the century the people lived there, they used to live very traditional. Yeah, the place is very surprising. I'm actually really excited. You can see it over here, the stone structure, completely covered up by all the greenery. Wow, it smells actually really nice. It's beautiful. They also used to have like plants and everything growing here. They definitely love plants and nature around themselves. And then, guys, it's time. We're gonna enter this home and enjoy watching another video. The first thing we see upon entering is this very little entrance hall. Still a little bench over here. You can tell what I was saying. Vines are really making their way in. All the leaves are just growing inside. Oh, check this out. We still have some of their shoes even standing here. And then right next door over here, on the downstairs floor, we have a kitchen. Actually, not a kitchen. I think this was like the dining room, and attached to here is either the kitchen or the bathroom. But look at this. The roof is even not present anymore. Completely decayed. By the way, for the people wondering, where is Raymond? Actually, sad news, he's not feeling very well today, a little bit ill. So he decided to stay in the car for now. What? It's Raymond. Yo, I didn't even know that, man. Really, like tell them, I didn't even know you were there.
No, I know. I saw you talking and let them talk for a bit. Let them do the story. I'm feeling better.
You sure?
Yeah, man, the last bit was good.
What last bit?
Like laying there, falling asleep. So, yeah.
You slept in the car?
Yeah, man.
But very short, right?
Very short.
We've only been there for like 20 minutes.
I know, but it was good.
Alright, so you want to film?
Yeah, man, let's go.
It's a really beautiful place, actually.
I'm curious, man, because of course I haven't seen it yet.
Maybe it's nice if you see it for the first time on video. I'm actually really happy that you're joining, bro. That was a surprise, because I was already set it. I had to film it alone, the first one in Portugal.
I just laid in the car, but as you can tell, the sun is shining, so the car was getting extremely hot. But I slept, and I could stretch my arms, because when you have a sun, like a sunburn,
a
heat stroke, exactly, you feel it in your muscles. So when I could stretch, I felt better. So I'm sorry if I'm not that, like,
talkative?
Talkative, exactly. You know the reason why.
Well, I think this place actually doesn't need many words. Let it speak for itself, because the decay is stunning.
Yeah, nature is definitely doing its job, man.
Absolutely.
And I love the fact that the decorations are of course still there. Even the small fan. Well, what is left of it?
What is this plate over here? It's actually from Toledo in Spain from 1969 or something.
Alright. Yeah, indeed, we're still in Spain. Actually, my
Yeah. I already said in the intro, like, welcome back to the Portugal series, and I was like, oh, oops.
Oops, we're
This is actually in Spain.
Yeah.
And by the way, for the people that watched the last video, we closed the video with the outro of a crazy mission, but we actually failed.
Yeah. It was, first of all, we had a ladder that was not high enough, and second of all,
It's in the middle of the city center.
that, and third of all, probably the place had an alarm as well.
Yeah.
So, we think so because we saw something blinking, but yeah, we've been there 2 times. We drove long for it, so that's also something that you don't see behind the scenes, but we managed to try it and failed. Alright, accept the L.
Yeah, we accept the L.
Then, yeah, I'm going to open this up.
There is actually a door leading to another room over here.
Oh, if I can even open it up.
But it's very decayed. What is it actually?
It's, yeah.
An open air kitchen?
It's, I do think it's a bathroom actually.
Bathroom.
No, it's an open air kitchen. Well, right now it's an open air kitchen. Good joke. It was a kitchen, but the ceiling is completely gone. Yeah, I can't walk in here, man.
Well, let's stick the camera between there then.
And the cobwebs, so you can tell that this wasn't an entrance because many people didn't try it.
Yeah. Well, this is as much as I can show you. But yeah, you can tell that it used to be some kind of kitchen. You can still see the sinks. A little oven on the left hand side. And yeah, like I said, I thought this was a dining room already. That's why I was thinking it was a kitchen.
So real, man. So real.
I actually saw some kind of letter, by the way, as well over here.
Well, do you need light for it? Or?
No.
Up over. Good thing it's a card, actually. Yeah.
Just some leaflets.
Yeah, leaflets. No personal letters, actually.
Some
Maybe something
notebooks.
written in here. Try it. Oh yeah.
Actually, recipes.
Ingredients, yeah. Oh, Jacarta. Percido de
Decoro de yocoros. Tronco. Fine.
Alright. Let us know in the comment section if it's good, because I don't think we can make that over here anymore. Well, no. And then we can immediately walk around the corner, actually. I'm curious, man. If it's a big place or... Look at the clown.
Very nice. Still
Yeah.
the clown standing here. We even have a staircase going up. I've not even seen it myself yet.
Yeah. Well, you want to go up immediately or...
No, let's do that in the last part of this video. Let's first see what's inside here.
Alright, let's...
I need some light though. I know you're very excited to see everything, but please bear with me. Well, just some flashlights. Some mosquito spray or something, or some paint, I don't know.
Yeah, well, not that much actually. Embroidered painting, is it? No, it's just embroidered canvas. It's quite nice. Agriculture. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I'm excited because I always see the glimpse of some
Go to the
rooms.
right first.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. Yeah.
Well,
just
check this out, guys.
pristine on the left, man. Abandonados.
It's crazy to see how those shutters and blinds are just covered in vines.
Yeah. Nature is doing
By the
its
way,
job
that
again.
rhymes too.
Yeah. Can start the Urban Exploring Rapping series.
Actually, over here is a book from the Gestapo.
Yeah.
And the Gestapo was actually the official secret police during the Nazi Germany period and also Germany occupied Euro period.
And it's about the history.
Yeah, we're gonna find some other volumes inside as well.
So yeah, he was probably interested.
You can also see the Nazi symbol in the front over here.
Front over here, exactly.
Well, Portuguese cock over here.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not that far.
Yeah, I already said we're literally right at the border.
Facultad de Filosofia y Letras.
Madrid.
Okay.
Maybe
pretty
they
normal-
were a philosopher or something.
Yeah.
Actually, the name of the man I seen it was Mr. Enrique.
From who lived here.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that was from like 19, very early somewhere, you know.
Yeah. Again, I just love the fact that we have the main dining table and all the cups are still hanging.
All the porcelain still inside.
Yeah, man. And also the Portuguese design hanging.
And the inside is also stuffed by wallpaper. Really untouched. We didn't know much about this place, but we got really surprised by it.
Yeah.
Prosa Libro de Lectura. Looks like quite old book. Actually, the first page is always the page you really want to see. 1906.
That's old, man. That's proper old.
More than a century old, this book. And also vintage television over here.
From Inta. German design, I think.
Old pots with some potion, some medicine.
We even had some liquor over here. And there was an old family picture. As you can tell, over here we have some letters with photos to the picture. It's from a school, from a class. And then over here we have Cita Personal. Okay, so this is
It's from 1935 from Mr. Enrique, bank
yeah.
receipt, check,
exactly 79.
a letter.
Yep. Yeah, I can't show that. And over here 1956.
57 over here as well.
Yeah.
So like I told you, like early 1900s.
And what I really liked is this. I've never seen that actually.
1964 by an artist.
Yeah, and it's handwritten like drawings.
Yeah, like a sketch.
And it's a golf man.
Well, maybe they also like golfing.
And the man over there was Jewish. You can see that through the head. So maybe it was a Jewish man.
Yeah, that's why they were also involved with the history of the Nazis.
That's a good link, man. Yeah, this is cool. It's all real flowers and the butterfly.
Yeah, we've seen a lot
Preserved.
in abandoned homes in Spain and Portugal.
Well, and then we have a single bedroom.
Very dark in here.
Yeah, wait, I'm going to shine the light a little bit brighter for you.
Well, we have some clothes over here. Or at least, no, it's actually just some sheets.
Yeah.
Very mossy and moldy mattress.
Over here, wait. Alejandro Gandera.
Alejandro and
Angela.
Angela.
Martinez. Alright. Some clips.
Check out the thing next to it.
Yeah,
Even
what
has a
is it?
skull.
Some pirate decoration, I think.
Yeah.
Relatives. Alright, now we have the chair over here. And I do see some clothes. I do think all of them are actually left. Yep. Well, not all of them, but there's still this
Something
jacket.
hanging inside. Some little books, cat ornament, blankets. That was not a bad.
Another bed, yeah. If somebody came over.
Well, where are some more clothes?
Definitely from a woman, so
Yeah, maybe Angela.
Angela was probably the last inhabitant over here. And
There isn't a letter on the nightstand. And it was for Angelita, so that was probably her real name or like
the
a
full
little
name.
nickname. Angela Angelita. This is from 1976 again. And it was again Fort Angelica.
All right.
Martinez. So I think definitely one of the last people that lived there.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, definitely one of the last people. All right, continuing our way.
Wow, so many religious prints over here.
What should be in here? Can open it. Nothing. But what was it? Monte Cross. Some Eau de Cologne. Big bottle actually. And of course, blankets, sheets.
Tablecloths. Actually over here, still an old bathroom. Actually very simple room. The mattress is gone. The window is also just open.
Yeah, same goes for the window. The mattress in the window.
Well, still some frames over here. Maybe this was the room of like a little girl.
Could be. Well, maybe we can tell. There are some clothes over here.
That doesn't look like a little girl's clothes.
No.
Look over here.
Yeah, saw it. It's a card from Turkey.
So it's something from their travels probably. Looks like it's on a station.
Grand Bazaar.
Ah, that's Istanbul.
Yeah. Never been there actually. You've been, right?
Yeah, but also only for a very short time. Just to explore. Wow, actually I really like this bedroom.
Yeah, it's a quite small one, but still has much details actually.
It does. Still see like a statue over there on the nightstand.
And then we have some books. Wait, let me see. These are again some postal cards. Probably a castle nearby.
There's a church, cathedral. It's all religious.
And this complete complex?
That's probably like a seminary.
All right.
Or a monastery. You see Anno Christiano, the Christian age.
Yep. And over here, Barbara.
I think they were also studying theology.
Summarize the, Summarium theology. What is it actually, theology?
Theology is just to learn of religion.
Ah, okay. Some moldy books, not gonna try to touch these.
Pastors and priests that do this for their job and their profession have studied theology.
Alright.
Boy, that's very squeaky, bro.
Yeah, man.
My gosh.
But as you can tell again.
All their sheets and stuff.
Sheets, blankets. Alright.
You can also see how this chair has just decayed. Sad.
Yeah, it's quite sad to see, right? Well, I do think we have the main room over here, actually. Oh yeah. Yeah, this was definitely the main room, man. embroidered agriculture canvas again. Woo!
Wow.
Whoa.
Bro.
Turn around, baby, turn around.
There is the upright piano.
It's unreal, right? How this one looks.
That's some pure DK.
I mean, that looks repulsive. Like
It's
repulsive.
covered in white mold, and even on the sides, that's wooden. That's actually the church.
Yeah, the
like,
church, man.
the wooden things are just loosening.
Everybody is probably in the church today.
Wow, this is crazy. The people that live there are also definitely attended that church.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You can see a photo over here on their wedding day.
Oh, another one. That's the history.
Wow, check this out.
Religious, the Last Supper. Completely in copper.
Ultima Cena de Jesus. Still a lot of sheep music as well. What is actually... The piano is from Barcelona. Senor Rebalio.
Alright, the big test, man. Nah, false. I just pressed the right one. I do think at this side... See me.
Wow. Oh, look at this, a family photo.
Yeah, yeah. And you can tell that the woman on the left is also the same woman.
Wow.
So they had 3 children over here.
Oh, and then this frame of Jesus. Beautiful.
Yep.
It's actually very big for this room.
It is, it is.
Oh, look over here. They have plenty more, I think, sheet music magazines. Wow, this all looks very old. Price still in the former Spanish currency in pesetas. Edition 16 is saying. You see, it's sheet music.
Yep.
Wow,
Tango.
it's incredible.
Charles Chaplin.
Wow.
Also famous in España.
Yeah, for sure. Worldwide.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can tell. I don't need the light for that.
Nature is really taking over.
Really
Also
doing
look on
its
the
job.
walls again, by the way. The paintwork.
Yep. It's quite unique. Oh, here to give you some light again. Over there, we have another one.
1975. Philosophy in Madrid again. The faculty.
This chair.
Very unique lamp.
Yep. I like the furniture in here, man. Again, looks very unique. Yeah, the piano is just beautiful. This is some proper decay.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely in the top list of the most decayed pianos we've seen.
Yeah, 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 for sure. Red chair. Alright, let's continue, Mo. I do think we're coming to an end. Oh, another one. Yeah, that was definitely the family picture. We saw five people.
Wow. Where did you see the family photo?
Yeah, at the piano.
Oh yeah,
At top
yeah,
of
yeah.
the piano.
That's why you were okay.
Yeah, that's what I was trying
Yeah.
to say, because we have many beds in this place.
Yeah, absolutely. And this one is also very moldy.
Yeah. It's just a white mold. It's not bad, but it's just due to humidity.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm always asking myself? Does furniture that has the white mold get restored? Or is just done?
It's possible to get restored. I think there's actually a photo book. Yeah. Wow. It's saying Alvaro.
Yep. Wait, these pages.
You can see that the people in the picture are a little bit older. I'm looking for photos inside this house, but don't see them yet.
No.
Looks like mostly
Weddings
weddings from family and relatives, but also holiday photos. As you can see, they also went a lot to church.
This could be in the house.
That could very well be in the house, yeah. Maybe that is Angelita. So sad that these personal memories were never retrieved.
Taken away, man. Alright, put it back where we found it. Some other music notes, of course. Blankets. Yeah. Perfumes.
Some more photos over here. Probably the grandmother with her grandson. Another photo here. It's very dusty. What's this? A little clock?
Yep. Some
Sandals
sandals.
and some pumps.
Pumps, exactly. So again, a woman living in here. It's quite strange, actually.
Well, still the fact that women lived longer.
Yeah. Cigar box, Hollandaises. Bahia, Brazil.
But I especially love the mirror.
Yeah.
The tiles around it.
And it's still in the proper condition, actually. Can easily restore that. And then over here, well, I'm gonna let you walk first because it's very narrow. But this bathroom, yeah. What to tell, man.
It's crazy.
This is an adventure of nature.
This is a jungle. So post-apocalyptic, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Almost never seen a bathroom like this. You really get aware how strong nature actually is.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
They can just conquer a same structure
Yep.
this easily.
Completely. I mean, look at the cobweb. It's like a light bulb and it's a complete line until here. It's cobweb. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is, man. Alright, Mo, then upstairs, I think.
Yeah, the last bit.
There's one upstairs part, maybe the attic. Let's see what we can find. Walking upstairs. And I do think, yeah, it's just an attic. Well, storage of small pans and pots.
There's still a big kettle over there.
Yep. Yeah. You don't need the light over here.
Whoa. Another old
suitcase.
television in a suitcase.
Television, yeah. Alright. Well, over here an old bed, suitcases, vacuum cleaner, and some clothes.
Whoa, very old bed. A lot of clothes littering the floor.
The clumps. Yeah. Typical attic part. Well, over there I see religious artifact and some property came in. Nature is also coming in here. Oh well. Demo. This was actually a library where they stored all the books.
Wow.
Damn. Yeah, there are a lot of books over here actually. Alright, let's see what we can find. Wait, I'm gonna shine the light, otherwise I can't see it myself. Ah, Theologia, again.
Theology. Mostly theology. You can
Simonaro.
maybe shine down here. All theology.
They were into their religion.
Yeah, I mean it was their life, their job.
Yep.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take a book out, man.
This is a dictionary of Castellan language. This is a historical atlas from Spain. It says at least on the back.
Oh yeah. Well, this is what I said, the religious
diploma from 1964 for Angel. So that was probably another name for Angela again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And the yellow jacket, I really liked that one.
Yeah. Actually, check this out. This used to be a balcony part.
Some property came in.
Yeah, you cannot even stand there anymore. You can still see some parts of the balcony bars over there. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, you can tell that nature is taking over. Again and again. Cobwebs everywhere. Yeah, some storage, man. Again, the old beds.
Thanks.
Yeah, probably boilers. You can see the pipe leading over here.
Final room.
Yep, last bit. Oh yeah, this was definitely from the child. So they had children. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This was definitely from the child.
Wow, check this out. Whoa,
Small
bro.
bed.
What is all of this?
I don't know.
It's wood. Pressed wood. Never knew that they stuff beds with this. It's the first time I see it.
Yeah, it's really the stuffing of the bed.
Yeah, of course.
Damn.
That was obvious, but it's crazy. Man. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, my friend.
That is a big boy.
Yeah, we don't like these animals. Insects.
Well, some more old letters again. Written to Mrs. Angela Martinez.
Alright, alright. But this was definitely the room of her daughter, man.
Probably her father was Mr. Enrique.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then there was also a name Marina over there.
That was maybe the mother. Julita.
I think Marina, Enrique, and Angela. And then maybe some other children.
Yep, yep. Yeah, we saw 3 in total, so. España in the bed.
This bedroom was a surprise. I was not expecting it. I really like it actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's quite nice, man.
It's beautifully decayed. Also look at this part of the headboard.
Yeah, completely gone.
All natural decline.
Alright, Mo. I do think that was it.
That was it, bro.
Yeah.
Well, kudos to you then. I'm happy you could join me on this
Yeah, man.
exploration.
I need to say I'm gonna take some rest again now because I'm not feeling well. You could probably tell during the end of the video, but
Do it.
so yeah, I'm glad that I could explore it because it's a cool place. Definitely a surprise. We were not expecting that. Only saw one picture before.
Yeah, like we were even thinking maybe let's just skip this place.
Yeah,
But we're
yeah.
happy we still checked it out.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, if you liked it as much as we did, then you know the drill. Like, subscribe, comment right down below. Ring the bell notification button right up there. And then we will see you maybe on another Spain video. Not quite sure, but definitely in Portugal. Peace out.